Hello everyone, welcome to another video of FFL 24/7. Today's video we are going to be taking another look at the Alibaba stock. And why we are taking another look at Alibaba stock? Because things are kind of starting to heat up for Alibaba stock, and there have been very exciting few updates that I have seen in the graphs that I wanted to share with you guys. So if you are holding Alibaba stock or if you're planning to buy into Alibaba stock, so you might want to watch out for these few updates that I want to share with you guys. So let's get right into the video and see what do I mean. If you haven't yet, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can keep getting our further updates. So this is the chart in front of Alibaba stock to begin with. So this is the peak for around 310 that we saw back in October 2020, and since then we have crashed back down all the way to $58. So $58 was a very critical level of support for Alibaba for two reasons, because this has been historically the ultimate bottom that Alibaba has ever seen, and that happened back in 2016 February and 2015 September. So $58 was a very critical support for Alibaba, and we were watching it very closely. So nevertheless, this whole price action is now irrelevant. What I want you guys to focus on is around this area in here. So this is the most recent price action, and that has been dictating the price of Alibaba stock. So let me zoom into this area and show you guys what I actually mean. Just so you guys are prepared, the graph is gonna get a lot more technical from this point onwards, but I will be explaining you guys in a very easy way to figure out what is actually the matter of concern for us. So this is what I actually mean, and the reason this graph has been very important is because this has been playing a very important role in the price action, the bullish and the bearish price action. They have been squeezing us down into this channel slowly and in a downtrend channel. So this pattern started in from around 18th of July 2023, and as you guys can see, these are the circles that I have highlighted, how nicely they have been defending this channel up and down. So this bottom downtrend line has been acting as a support, and this top downtrend line has been acting as a resistance for quite some time. So this is almost 1 year of tight price action that we saw in Alibaba stock, but recently the things are starting to change. If you haven't yet, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can keep getting our further updates about Alibaba stock. What I want you guys to focus on is around on this candle that happened today on 5th of February, and that is the reason why we are doing the analysis on Alibaba stock, because eventually we have broken out of this long-term downtrend channel and we have closed with a very green solid candle, and that is also accompanied by a very strong volume coming in. So this is turning out to be a very bullish technical indicator, breaking out of this downtrend channel, and we are breaking out of this lower highs and lower lows pattern eventually. So this appears to be starting to make like a new uptrend channel that might be starting in here, but we have to be very careful and mindful because the earnings are right around the corner. So today is Monday, and Wednesday February 7th is going to be the earnings. So as you guys have been seeing in the market, so a lot of companies have been announcing their earnings, like Meta and Amazon and even PLTR today have been going absolutely nuts after their earnings. So Alibaba, there are a lot of critical things, because if you notice the last 3 quarters of 2023, they have been absolute blockbuster, but yet the price of the stock has been going down steadily. And that also is in terms of the competition that Alibaba is seeing in China. But things are starting to change slightly, because if you guys have watched my previous video, Alibaba still has a dry powder of around $80 billion that they still have to do the buybacks on. And also there was another article that Jack Ma, the previous co-founder of Alibaba, has been starting to buy Alibaba shares back in. And if this quarter is going to be no different than the previous 3 quarters, that is going to be a blockbuster news for Alibaba stock, guys, because this is going to be 4 in a row. If you haven't yet, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can keep getting our further updates. And I think there is a very high possibility we might be seeing a similar price action that we saw with some of the other stocks like Amazon, Meta, and even PLTR today. So on the bullish side, so the bullish scenario that I want to explain to you guys is there is a possibility we have some resistance sitting at around $78. But what I am thinking is if they are able to beat their earning estimates, there is the possibility we might be gapping up above the $78 of resistance and heading towards the $82. So $82 is what I am most likely seeing for 2 reasons. So I want you guys to focus on around this area as well. There is a huge gap that needs to be filled, guys. So if the earnings are positive, then I think there is a possibility we might be going for this gap fill with another gap up. And also be very mindful that $82 is going to be a very strong resistance to break. So that is going to need a lot of positive news and also accompanied by a lot of positive volume. So nevertheless, it is starting to become very interesting because we have broken out of this long-term downtrend channel that I was watching for almost a year now. So my bullish case scenario is $82 is going to be my first price target, and the second price target that I am looking at is going to be around the $90 mark approximately. Why 90 is the second price target? Because there is another critical resistance level sitting right around there that is a major fib level. So that is my bullish case scenario. If you haven't yet, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And again, there is also obviously a possibility that they may not be able to meet the earnings estimate because of meeting the last 3 quarters. So in case of a bear scenario, if they're not able to meet the earnings estimates, then I think there is a possibility we might be going back into this channel that we were previously in, and we will be testing the lower level of this bottom downtrend channel again. So that will be putting us back around $67, guys. So again, nevertheless, there is also a strong support building around the $71 mark that we might need to be watching very closely how that holds up in case we see a pullback, because clearly it has established itself as a very strong demand zone for Alibaba stock. If you notice around this area back in mid-December and then back again in around the January 10 and then again around the February area. So the $71 is starting to build up a very strong demand zone for Alibaba stock, guys. And also looking at their earnings, so their earnings estimates are not a lot crazy. So there is a huge possibility because if you guys remember, so this was the holiday season we are coming out of, guys. So there is a possibility that the numbers might be looking good for Alibaba stock. And not just that, like I said before, the US and China relations seems to be normalizing, and also we have been seeing news about the Chinese regulators stepping in to stop the illegal short selling of stocks. If you haven't yet, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. So that is why I am thinking if we are able to beat this earnings estimate, then I think we have a lot of fuel for a very bullish momentum going forward. And that is the reason why my second price target is $90, that we might be heading. But again, please do remember that $82 is not going to be an easy resistance for Alibaba to break for 2 reasons. One is we have a major fib level resistance sitting at $82, and also if you notice this blue line, that is the 200-day moving average sitting right above that resistance level. So this is a double resistance we are going to be seeing at $82. So $82 is kind of an achievable target, you can say. An ambitious target is the $90 target. And again, on the bear side, we are looking at a retest of this bottom downtrend channel. And again, on the bear side, we are looking for the $71 support to hold. If it does not hold, then I think we will be testing this bottom downtrend channel again. So that might be putting us back to around $65, and this will not be a very good news for a lot of investors. So that is all I quickly wanted to share with you guys about Alibaba stock. If you guys like the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.